Happy Sunday, or whatever day of the week you are currently watching this video. Okay, so today is going to be stock related, and also a lot of bonus content as well. So if you can do me one big favor, if you find value in today's video, completely free, smash the like button. And if you want to continue seeing my happy face and also follow along on this journey, definitely subscribe. It's completely free here on YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about who I am, because I've pretty much been running this channel under an alias per se. Talked about that for the last couple weeks now, especially here on this channel. Secondly, pretty much talking about my game plan moving forward. And lastly, we're going to be talking about Buy the Fear. Pretty much me opening my community to you all. And firstly, I want to dive straight in to the first thing here, who I am. Because like I've been saying, this is not my first time on YouTube here. I've actually been on YouTube for a very long time. But this channel has definitely been operating under an alias of mine. I want to go all the way back to my first video that I posted back in March 12, 2024. Obviously my YouTube channel name here has changed, from TrojanBull17 to now NightmareRHBull17. We'll talk about that momentarily here. Still the complete same person. And understand that I don't really put a lot of editing into these types of videos for a lot of reasons. One is because I do believe in being authentic. Secondly, I do believe in speaking from your heart, and especially in today's modern age of AI and just everything, I'd rather really operate on a lot like lower analytics and stuff, but have actually well-rounded, very high IQ people watching and listening to me, that pretty much want to listen to real people, not fake people. But pretty much back during this period, I just was kind of messing around a little bit, uploading some content on YouTube. I actually had a couple hundred viewers, which was utterly shocking, but I was covering this one penny stock that ironically is no longer on the NASDAQ because they got kicked off. They ended up having some lawsuits against them, which is very sad. But it's a prime example of pretty much what happens when you have a bad management team. And we've been covering on this channel over the last couple months now companies that have phenomenal management team, but their stock price has been utterly just really demolished because of fear in the economy and also fear around AI. But during early 2024, I was making content primarily around some penny stocks, this one primarily, and I was just really messing around. I ended up gaining, like I said, a couple hundred viewers, and I ended up making videos all the way up until May 17th was my last video that I posted, and I actually went into to do an MRI, completely unrelated to the issue that was discovered. The MRI that I actually went in for was actually for a liver cyst. Everything's completely fine. My liver's fine. The cyst on my liver is non-cancerous. That's the reason why I actually went in. I ended up discovering that I actually had a lot of other health problems. We'll get to that momentarily, but it kind of resulted in me taking a break on this YouTube channel here. So I completely stopped posting videos, the end of May 2024, all the way up until November of, several months ago. And for those of you that have definitely been following along, pretty much what I'm doing is, a public account, challenge. I call it the Bung Challenge, the Bung Profile, pretty much. Yes, I am 37 years old, but I will always still be a kid at heart. Grew up watching Beavis and Butthead and South Park. I just can't get that out of my head. Not to mention I have a military background, which we'll get to momentarily, which adds to my potty mouth vocabulary. But I'm looking to basically pretty much take a public account, which is a pretty decent amount. I might actually be adding to it probably a little over the next week or so, because we have earning seasons coming out. And I really believe that the market's going to primarily dip even more before a lot of these companies really put out earnings. But basically, pretty much, I'm giving myself 18 months to grow this to 6 figs, which is really nothing. I mean, it's more than possible. No gambling, nothing stupid, nothing crazy. Just really investing, trading phenomenal companies, especially buying the dip opportunities. Long-term investments here, along with short terms as well too. And yeah, you can definitely move this to 6 figures. My private profile is well over 6 figures, so I'm a 6-figure trader. And a lot of people get discouraged because they think that it's very hard to go from a couple $100 to a couple thousand to 5 figs, 5 figs to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8. That's not true. You can do what I'm doing with any dollar amount. It's all about finding great companies, knowing exactly when there is such a fearful market, and really just looking for phenomenal opportunities. I am by all means not a rocket scientist. I am dumb as a rock when it comes to taking a test, but I have a lot of street smart, and that has definitely saved my life repeatedly, and it's also made me life-changing money as well too, because you gotta be able to identify a lot of things that are going on in the market. And I've really honed my skills over the last several years of being in this market now. I got in the market 2020 during COVID, the COVID lows. All I did during 2020, 21 was buy the fear. It took a little bit over 6 figures to multiple 6 figures, made life-changing money. 2022, I actually was profitable. A lot of people were not. 2023, I got my bum handed to me. I was actually red on the year. 2024, I came out of the red. 2025 last year had a banger of a year. Did much better than 2024. And this year for 2026, I'm well on track to even have a better year. So there is a tremendous amount of life-changing money to be made in the market, but there are so many people that get discouraged because they see something, maybe some idiot says to them, oh, you know, it's you got to avoid the stock market entirely. It's better to keep your money into a savings account. What? Yeah, no, that's but there are people that actually have that mentality, unfortunately. So that's currently my content right now on this channel for you all that are following along, especially in the last couple months. I was buying stock like crazy back in November's lows. I ended up buying well over $30,000 of stock. I don't do margin. I'm not a margin trader. I actually believe margin is bad JoJo, which actually keeps my risk management in line and intact very much. But that's pretty much the content that I've been posting on this channel for the last several months here. Okay, so to really go more into who I am, other than this alias on this YouTube channel here, like I said, I was posting videos back in early 2024 here, and I went in for an unrelated MRI, and it turned out that I have a very rare type of kidney disease. Not chronic kidney disease. My kidney function is not impaired. My kidney function is near flawless. But I actually turned out to have this thing called polycystic kidney disease. It's where these cysts, they grow on your kidneys, and your kidneys keep growing and growing and growing and growing. I was 35 when I had my MRI almost 2 years ago, and it was a month before my birthday. I'm 37 now, and I was told that I was going to be in kidney failure in my early 40s. For the last almost 2 years, I've been doing these crazy diets, very low carb diets, a keto diet, and then I ended up doing a carnivore diet this past summer, 2025. It completely reversed polycystic kidney disease is when your kidneys, they grow and they keep growing and growing and growing, and you go into kidney failure. My kidneys grew, they stopped growing, they shrunk, and they reversed. It's unbelievable. So if anyone knows anyone out there with polycystic kidney disease, please tell them that sugar is the end all be all enemy. I was eating way too much sugar. I was drinking a lot of alcohol. I wasn't exercising. I had high blood pressure at the age of 35. Completely reversed all of that with exercise and just not eating sugar. My health has never been better now, so I pretty much restarted this channel. But the last couple weeks, I've pretty much been saying, hey, I run other YouTube channels. This is my gaming channel. It's not stock related. Has over 200,000 subscribers. Not to mention, I have many other YouTube channels as well too that I run. It's over the years. I've been on YouTube for over 17 years now. I've done another channel with over 73K subs. Vlogging channel over 60K. Gaming channel over 33. I did a community channel for a little bit. This channel I actually just started, which is a health-related channel. Not a lot of people actually want to see health-related content. I really don't blame them. All the music that I use in my videos is by a very good friend of mine, Daniel Tidwell. He does phenomenal music, especially for the gaming community. But otherwise, yeah, so that's who I am on YouTube, NightmareRH. This channel is going to be transformed from TrojanBull17 to NightmareRHBull17. Still the same person, have no worries, just very much no more of an alias per se. But to really dive into a little bit more of my personal life about who I am, first and foremost, like I said, I have a military background. Straight out of high school, I joined the United States Marine Corps. Ended up doing a little bit over 15 years. I got injured, had to go out the medical retirement, the medical route. But otherwise, I'm a patriot. I love my country. And if you're watching from a different country, you should love your country as well too. I've been all over the world. I've been a couple Middle Eastern deployments. I'm an Afghan vet. This is actually me coming home from my last deployment. I was stationed in Europe for 2 years. It was a little bit of a 50-50 time because I got stationed in Europe in Stuttgart, Germany, right when Rona happened. So it was fun, but we were locked down for a long period of time. But still, I mean, hey, I've been to Germany, France, Swiss, Italy, all over Germany. I can tell you, like, you should be a patriot to your country. Doesn't matter what country you are from. You should love your country. I understand a lot of people may not like their government. Trust me. But the country and the government is very separate. It's like a stock price, and it's like the company. You can have a phenomenal company, but you can have a terrible stock price, and also vice versa. You can have a terrible company, and you can have a great stock price. They're two separate entities, but it really does break my heart when people literally say, I hate my country, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, it's no. Oh, okay, you should be a patriot. Very, very big. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, very much big patriot, very much loving the U.S. stock market. And the U.S. stock market is here to better our lives and make us money, okay? But you got to understand that we make money in the stock market with the devil, with Lucifer. And if you're going to take your money and do stupid things like a lot of boozing, a lot of strippers, and then they leave the strip club, and the next thing you know, you're having an escort. been there, done that. It's not the best thing to do for money, and the devil's gonna laugh in your fucking face. Trust me. But you take your money, you better your life, you try to better the people around you, you be kind to animals when you can or if you can, and you just live your life to the fullest. I'm a very big advocator of accomplishments. I'm 37 years old. I'm gonna be 38 in this summer. Pretty much 15 years in the military, running multiple different YouTube businesses, YouTube channels. I'm also a newly published author. If any of you all are a zombie fan, definitely check out my zombie novel on Amazon. Link will be down below. I do plan on publishing other novels as well, and I just keep building accomplishments. And at the same time, I'm currently in the process of getting my MBA. I don't need to be getting my MBA, but why am I getting my master's? To put it on my wall of many accomplishments. You gotta work hard. You gotta love what you do. If you don't love what you do, and I've been there before in my life, trust me, you gotta push past it, but eventually you got to find to love what you do. If you have to work a job for X amount of years to get to the next level, hey, that's what you got to do. But I'm a very big advocator of not turning in a bad job into a lifelong job. Many people make that mistake, and many people go through life hating. And I try not to use that word a lot, hating. Hate. I try not to say hate as a lot anymore. But you really have to find a career. You gotta find something that you love to do, whether it might be a hobby, and monetize it. I ended up monetizing video gaming, which is pretty hilarious if you really think about it. I'm personally a video game addict. I consider the stock market to also be a video game as well, and I've monetized it over the years, and I encourage so many people. But going a little to the end now of pretty much who I am, my philosophy, pretty much here on YouTube. This channel is going to be dedicated all around just staying strong, keeping your mind strong here. I've actually talked to a handful of you all that have been watching me on this channel that is unrelated from my gaming channels. And it's actually pretty funny because I had a couple of my gaming viewers find me, ironically, because I was talking about SoFi here. And they're like, oh, wow, I didn't realize, you make stock related. So where I'm going with this is that if you have been watching me on this channel, aka my alias channel, TrojanBull17, which is now NightmareRHBull17, I'm going to be advertising it on my gaming channels for my gaming community to pretty much open up. Because, I mean, hey, you can... It doesn't matter what community you are from. People trade stocks in every area of life. So I'm going to be promoting this channel on my other channels now. So understand that we're probably going to be getting a lot more viewers here and also newer subscribers, not to mention maybe some trolls as well too. But for the handful of people here on this channel that I've talked to that is unrelated from my gaming community, you're all are pretty much on the same page with me. You buy the fear. If you are a long-term investor in a stock, you buy the fear, you pick up discounted shares for the future. If you are trading a company, you buy the fear, you buy the blood, and you sell the rip. It's pretty much a simple terminology. And I've been doing this for a very while now, last several years, and I've made life-changing money over here. SoFi is a massive position of mine, not only on the public account here, but also on my private account as well, too. My private account, I'm sitting on massive gains. And during 2024, when SoFi was a utter hated company, utterly hated, I was buying shares of SoFi like crazy, utterly crazy. On my private profile, yeah, SoFi is massive. It is a massive position, along my AMD position as well too. But when you go ahead and find phenomenal companies that are utterly beaten down and nobody wants them, like in 2024, nobody wanted SoFi. Nobody wanted to buy stocks in the summer of 2024. What was I doing in the summer of 2024? Well, I was in my own personal hell dealing with some health issues. But at the same time, I pretty much stopped making stock-related videos on YouTube, but I was still buying stock. All throughout the summer of 2024, I was buying stock. Everybody that I was talking to at bars, at social events, hey, are you buying stock? No, 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 we gotta wait until the election. Well, guess what? I was buying stock. I went like literally $0 in all my savings accounts. I completely depleted my cash reserves. And then the election happened. Boom, baby. Do you know what I was doing? 5%. Oh, the stock market, new all-time high. 10%. Selling stock. Everyone was FOMOing on in, and I was cashing shares. And then Liberation Day happened. Boom, baby. Buying the gigantic dip. Everyone was walking away. You buy the fear. And then during the summer last year, I was cashing out. Sold a lot of my positions a little bit too early, but hey, a lot of the positions I made over 100%. I was buying AMD shares in the 80s, still holding those shares. I was buying Palantir in the 70s and the 80s. Those I actually did sell in the 150s and 160s, ended up making banger amounts. Nvidia, I was buying below $100, ended up cashing out those, and it's like unbelievable. The amount of money that you can make that can better your life is unbelievable, and it is right here in front of your face. So many people take it for granted. Okay, so that pretty much covers who I am. My game plan has not changed on this channel pretty much moving forward. Like I said, I'm doing a public account challenge here. If this is your first time seeing this video, basically taking this dollar amount over the course of 18 months to 6 figs. Although I'm gonna more than likely be depositing probably about $2,500 more of cash into here, because I can see that this market is going to be a little more fearful, and probably until we get rid of earning seasons. So the next like month or two, we can dip even lower. So officially this profile challenge is going to be 17 months, more than likely. Probably going to deposit $2,500 right before SoFi's earnings. I can't even believe it. It's going to be less than 2 weeks. But I mean, right now, we are SoFi on this account. I was pretty much buying during Liberation Day, April of 2025. Still holding the shares here for a long-term hold. AMD is also a long-term hold. Meta, probably going to be holding well over this year. I honestly may even buy a couple more shares of Meta. Palantir, I'm pretty much good on Palantir. I've been in and out of Palantir for so long. I was buying Palantir in the teens, but I made a mistake on Palantir. I ended up selling when I was at like 100%. Was buying 14, 15, 16 bucks of Palantir. I sold in the high 20s. Then I got back in the 30s, sold in the 60s. And then I got back in the 70s, the 80s, and then sold in the 1. So I've been in and out of Palantir now for a long time. I haven't made life-changing money with Palantir, but I've made well over, I want to say, probably between 20 to 30 grand of profits of Palantir over the last couple years. If I had held on to shares in the teens, that would be very different. Robinhood, more than likely going to add to. Adobe, going to add to. PayPal, I'm going to hold off. An Honest Company is really just a risk-on play here. But I mean, a lot of these companies here, we're going to be rocking, rolling significantly. And I'm going to be covering them here on YouTube on this channel. Like I said, if you do subscribe, you're going to be getting a lot of that content. And lastly, pretty much buy the fear mentality. I do run a gaming Discord server. It actually has a lot of people. Over 1,300 people is on my gaming Discord server. So I am going to be running a stock related server. It's actually going to be a sub area of my gaming server. It's going to be unrelated to gaming, all about stocks here. But I do have a Patreon, and I have used a Patreon many years ago for gaming related videos. But I'm actually going to be opening it primarily for stocks per se. So if you are seeing this video up until probably beginning of February, I'm looking to pretty much advertise my stock related channel here on this channel probably first week of February, where there's going to be a lot more active viewers coming over. But if you've been following me over the last several months now, quite a few of you have been asking if I run like a pretty much stock community and stuff. It's pretty ironic because before I found out about my health issues, I was going to do something similar in a way. But I guess, hey, you know, it's things happen for a reason, right? Never been more healthier, never been more mentally stronger. I actually quit drinking alcohol entirely, so never been more sober before. For access to my private community, it's going to be $10 a month. Other stock like communities out there are hundreds, fairly inexpensive. And if you just want to see my trades entirely, that's going to be $7 a month. But understand that as more and more people definitely come onto my community, the price is going to go up because it's going to become more hectic to really run. I want to keep this very much professional. My gaming related channels and my gaming videos are very unprofessional, very much entertainment per se. This area of mine is very much professional. I keep it real. It's very much business orientated. So you're not going to see any jackassery pretty much. If you do come on, please understand that just be respectful. Treat others how you want to be treated. If you want to be treated like a piece of dog poop, well, then you're treating other people like a piece of dog poop, right? Maybe I said that a little backwards, but still, please be respectful, foremost. And I'm going to be posting all my in-time trades that I make. Pretty much my buys, my sells are going to be in real time. Especially on there. And, yeah, hope to really talk to a lot of you soon. As always, you can always comment on these videos to reach out to me as well, too. I'm a very social, easy to reach person. And, keep it real. More content to come. The next, couple weeks and couple months. Oh, it's going to be exciting. All right, take it easy, everyone, and later.